Okay, we're back. I have to make sure the audio is
That's the
working.
question.
But we're gonna continue on to your neighborhood and community life. What was your neighborhood and community like? Not only just for you, but your mom, your dad, your brothers, cousins, whoever.
Well, the first community, like I said, was all black. Me and my brother got bullied all the time. Then we moved into a all white neighborhood. They didn't accept my stepdad, but that was the best time of my life living in that neighborhood. And then back then, you could ride your bike like 2 miles or walk, and you wouldn't have to worry about nothing happening to you or anything like that. But now you can't let your kid off your block without you being with that kid. But back then we were able to just walk and just be free. We would go I would ride my bike like 2 miles and back, and then we didn't have the cell phone, so your mom didn't know where you were. But they didn't worry too much back then, so you can't do that kind of stuff now. That's a change for real. Most people don't even let their kids walk to school anymore. We used to walk blocks, you say a mile, to school and back home. I remember that. I used to take the bus, 12 years old.
12?
Because I got promoted. So I went to high school early. 12, 13. I'm going to say 13. I went to high school early because I got double promoted.
Yeah,
But my mama would show me what to do, and that was it.
So you would say that from a young age, you were kind of forced to mature a little early, like you were forced to take on more responsibilities.
And then times back then were safer for kids, to me.
Yeah.
So we were more free without having to worry about, except when I lived in the African American neighborhood, we couldn't do that. I was even standing on the sidewalk one day, and this black group walked past, snatched my little dollar out my hand. Did, for real. Took my dollar, just snatched it out my hand. Yeah. I'll never forget that. I went crying to my mom. You took my dollar.
How old were you?
I had to have been about 8.
8?
But see, we would be out in the front playing. Yeah.
And then,
I'm not good at answering questions, but I think I'm doing okay.
You're doing pretty good. And then, what traditions or cultural or family values did you have to take on when you were a kid?
Family traditions, as far as every evening we all had to eat at the family table, dinner, and we did breakfast and dinner. We all sat as a family. We don't do that no more. And we would talk about school, work, what happened through the day, and then everybody had their own chores. One fed the dog, the other one did the dishes, the other one swept the floor. I valued that back then, but we don't have that no more because everybody's schedules is so different. So one person eats in there, and the other person comes home, eats their food, eating there, and yeah, I valued that. That was a tradition. You had to come. Everybody had to eat. And if it was a delayed, daddy wasn't coming home for an hour later, we all had to wait until he got home to eat dinner. Yeah. So I valued that.
That's good. I like doing that too. That's why I like when we go to
Yeah, but it's so hard and stuff now, though. Yeah. Life is so different. Yeah.
It's gonna be a nice set of questions right here. Can you describe a time where you may have experienced or witnessed racism? Either it happened to you or it happened to someone that you witnessed.
Well, I witnessed a bunch of no, I'm gonna say this one. I was in high school, and me and my boyfriend was walking into the auditorium, and a group of African Americans decided they wanted to try to talk to me, and then my boyfriend tried to, you know, like she's with me, and all 8 of them jumped on him, beat
Just
him
for
up.
that?
Yes,
Was your boyfriend black or white?
he was white.
White.
So like they beat him up bad too. They got it suspended and everything. And I'm trying to think of something else. One time we sang in a church choir, black church choir. So we went down to Louisiana to sing at this black church. But in the process of traveling, we went into this restaurant, and it was all white people. We walked in, and they all just stopped and looked at us, and our pastor was like, just slowly turning around. We all left out. I swear to God, like, we all left out. He's like, I'm not gonna get in trouble for having these 2 white women with me, because me and grandma was with them. Yeah, so that was a show of racism. Get your butt out of this door. Like, yeah. So it's a lot more, but I just, I'm not gonna go into all
no,
that.
You're good. I'm enjoying the conversation.
You're knowing more, yes.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, it was real funny.
So basically, y'all just walked in. And then
We walked in because it was like a bus of us, and we all started walking in, and everybody just like stopped. You've even seen it on the movies how they stopped and they looked at you, and the pastor was like, because he was in front, he's like, everybody slowly turned around and just walk out, and we all walked back to the bus, and we were just like, he was strapped too, though. The pastor was strapped because, you know, we were in prejudiced country, like, So yeah, that was one thing, funny thing. It wasn't funny then, but
it's just when you went back with it.
Yeah.
And then
That was funny though. It wasn't funny, but when you talk about it now, it's funny. He said slowly, just everybody turn around and walk back out. Yeah.
Do you feel like racism ever affected your opportunities in your life?
No. No. Well. Nope. No. I can't say that I'm Caucasian. So like when I apply, no.
Okay.
I can't say that. Yeah, elaborate on that because I never had that. No.
And then,
actually, every job I applied for, I got hired. So.
Do you feel like your skin color was a factor? Or do you feel like that gave you an advantage over?
Yeah, because like I said, back then, yes.
Okay.
That I feel that if someone black had it, they probably would have hired me instead. Yes, but I'm not gonna say what place it was because that place still exists. But I don't know if they still act like that though. But yeah.
And then, from your perspective, how were black people treated in schools, jobs, or public places?
Back then, when I was coming up, I basically really didn't see, because like I said, I went to all black school, so, but the black teachers never showed racist to me. They treated me like, just like, you know, otherwise they would have got fired. But still, ask the question one more time.
Did you experience or did you witness any interaction with police, schools, or workplaces?
And then one day when I lived in my white neighborhood, this is when it started becoming mixture. I was coming from the store, and we had 4 old ladies that lived on our blocks, and you know, back then they could walk every day, so they were walking down the street to go home, and these 3 African American boys came and pushed them down and was kicking them and everything. I was scared. I turned around and went the other way, but I told my mom and them. So after that, they didn't let. So to me, that was discrimination against white old ladies.
And they were just minding their business.
walking down the street, and they came up to them. I seen them. I was walking down the street, and the boy kicked the one lady down. The other lady started hitting him with the purse, and the other boy snatched the purse. Yeah, and I think they called the police on him too. And then I also got my necklace snatched walking down the same street, and I was 8 months pregnant. Called the police. The boy was black. Called the police. They were white. We haunted that boy down so bad to where the police was on him, so bad to where the brother came and gave the necklace to my stepdad a few days later, saying he didn't want no trouble, and fixed it. But yeah.
And then would you like, I remember you told me one story before, this was not too far ago, when you were walking, I think you were pregnant, but you were walking from the school to the house with your daughters. And then
oh yeah, this was when my kids went to, I was living in an all black neighborhood, and I was married, and Mariah was a baby. She was in a stroller, and I was walking back from the school. Sasha was walking. She was in school, so we went to pick Sasha up, but Mariah was in a stroller, and I was walking on the other side of the street, and these African American boys tried to talk to me, and because I was ignoring them, they started throwing rocks at me and the baby and stuff. And after that, I went and got my license, and I didn't walk in the neighborhood like that no more. I don't go off my block. I like my neighborhood, but I don't go off my block, period, right now. Yeah. Because I'm scared.
That experience was only about, what, 30 years ago?
Yep.
Maybe?
Yep. Well, Mariah will be 35, so yeah, about 31, 32 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And do you feel like from the time that you began to notice what life was around, like how life was around you, do you feel like racism from back then and during your childhood has changed from then to now across the multiple generations?
A great deal amount. Yes, I do. A lot of things have changed. There's still a way to go. For instance, you see your president of the United States now. He's very prejudiced, but things have changed. African Americans have came a long way since back then. You have them owning their own businesses, but not to say people still try to give them trouble, but things are a lot different back then. Yeah. Since then. You're barely in the camera.
They can see me. Well, she can see me. And then, if so, you may or may not, do you remember any major historical events such as Civil Rights Movement, Detroit history?
The first black president.
The first black.
Barack Obama.
What happened?
He became the first black president.
And then how did the country react to it?
Rejoice, like everybody loved Barack Obama. Like it was a very historical moment for him to be the first black president. I also lived through, we had the June, I think it's the Juneteenth, we had a lot of, it was during the pandemic where they were marching against racism downtown and stuff like that during the pandemic and stuff like that. Yeah, they had riots down here. That was a riot though, sort of like during then. You remember that? Yeah.
That's how George Floyd died.
That's a few things. Yeah.
And then this kind of covers everything that you've been talking about, but how do you feel like your community and environment has changed over the years from then to now?
From then to now?
Do you feel like it's changed for the better? Do you feel like we're going backwards? How do you feel about it?
I think we're going forward because now I've been in my neighborhood 40 years. When I first moved there was no whites in there. Now we have Caucasian and Hispanic people moving in. So and people are moving into my neighborhood, making it not just African American. You know what I'm saying? So that has changed a lot since I moved. When I first moved in there, it was all African American. It was all like, I wouldn't go. Your mama and them couldn't even drive their 10-speed bike off the block back then. Yes.
Are those same bikes that are in the garage?
Huh?
Are those same bikes that are in the garage?
Yep. That we take camping. Oh, that was another thing. When we first started going camping 18 years ago, because you were 1, it used to be all white. In Davidson, Michigan, where we went to the resort, all white. And them people were very prejudiced towards us, because, you know, we would be, we had issues down there. One time, Daddy, we were walking through that restaurant, and the man had his pop, and he pushed the pop and it to hit Daddy. Yeah, and he was like, he started going off on the guy. He's like, I know you did this on purpose. He did it on purpose. Like, but Granddaddy walked away. So that they showed a lot of racism back then, but now it had changed. It's a mixture, and everybody gets along, you know. So they would look at us weird when we got in the pool and all of that stuff, but they don't do none of that now. Actually, it's getting kind of wild now.
Yeah, it's a lot of younger people coming in.
Yeah. So that's another, you know, that yeah. Oh, one time, me and Daddy, when we were dating on 8 Mile, so that was 1986. Sasha was 1987, before your mama was born. We were driving down 8 Mile, and we had our windows slightly open, and a car full of white guys went by and threw an apple at Granddaddy, and it came through the thing and hit him in the face. Because he was with me, and Granddaddy took off. We were in a station wagon chasing these white boys. Like, I was like, leave him alone, because it was a car full of them and it was just him. Well, they lost us, but that was racism too.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that one.
Yep. I think I was pregnant too, a couple months pregnant. I'm telling too much business now.
No, you're good. Okay, I believe we're approaching the end. Now we're going to talk about...
I thought we were done.
We're almost done.
Okay.
Now we're going to talk about any reflections that you have about your life, hopes for the future, or any lessons learned. So my question to you could be, do you have any... I know you see how your family is now. I'm growing up, getting ready to graduate, becoming an adult. Your daughter just recently got married, and she's beginning to have kids and stuff. Do you have any hopes for your family's future?
My hopes for my family future is for all of my grandkids and my kids to become successful in their lives, and for you to prepare yourself for your life and be successful before I leave the world. But everything seems to be going that way, so but that's my hopes and my prayers, that my offspring are doing well and I don't have to worry about them, which I have two doing it, and then I got the grandkids to go. So you're on your way, and then CJ, Richie Rich, is gonna be rich anyway because his daddy rich. But yeah.
That's one thing. I hope Charles, cause I know they got money, but I hope Charles still teaches CJ how to, work for what he needs and what he wants.
And he told me that we were talking to him the other day, and he was like, y'all's house too little. And he's like, he's like, Grandma Gami, your house too little. He's like, you need to get a better job so you can get a house like that. Yes, he did.
He is so smart.
5-year-old, but that's how his daddy has instilled to him. He's a rich kid, like, so, but he still needs to put the values of hard work and all of that. That he has to make himself. He has to make himself in his position because that's his daddy's life. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I feel like I know they be talking about homeschooling, but I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like they should send him to a public school or at least a private school so he can still get some sense. You do?
Yes.
Why is that?
Because times have changed.
What does that mean?
Things aren't like they used to be. These people kill people in schools now. You have too many shootings. You have crazy sometimes teachers that get into school end up doing some stupid stuff. And I'm gonna say it like this: if I was at the age and was having my kids and stuff, I would do that too.
I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I just feel like you see
they're dangerous.
Now, I feel like being homeschooled, or even now where he's he's not really in tune with his environment, I feel like that can take him out of reality of what life really is. And then when he grows up and then he goes into the world on his own, I feel like he's not going to be as adjusted to certain things.
He still has to still be brought around children to have that what do you call that,
just social skills.
Yes, to do all of that, which he does all of that. But to me, I am glad they're doing that so that I don't have to worry about it now. But then, like, if you go off to college and stuff, it's happening in colleges and stuff. Like, it's crazy right now. So I still have to worry. Like, yeah. But I agree. Try to do the thing.
And then one last question, maybe three. Do you have any advice for the younger generations? For people like me, is there any wisdom that you feel like you've gained that you would like to instill in others?
Keep yourself focused. Don't let no distractions. Go to school. Stay out of places where you're at the wrong place at the wrong time. Just focus. All this other nonsense stuff. Focus. Make yourself eye on the prize. Yes.
So stay focused.
Stay focused. Yes.
Okay, I hear you.
Stay out of there's a lot of you're at the wrong place at the wrong time. You don't always have to follow. Be a leader, not a follower. I'm trying to still teach you that. A leader, not a follower. And God always comes first. You cannot go wrong as long as you keep God in your life. Never disrespect elders. Never. Even if you disagree. Never disrespect elders.
I feel like that's
unless they're crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, because you do have some crazies.
Yeah, I feel like that's something a lot of...
But you still don't disrespect them.
Even myself, just hanging around people my age, I have noticed that, I don't know if it's because of the way that their parents raised them on social media, I've noticed that a lot of young kids don't respect their elders. And
nope. They weren't raised.
It's one thing to not listen, but I also noticed that they don't just not listen, which is, you are your own person, but I feel like you at least have to respect the elder. Like, I've seen a lot of people be disrespectful.
Talking,
like, on social media. I've seen kids have parties, and then that old lady will come over, talk to them about the noise and whatever. This was only 2 years ago where I seen it was a pool party, and an old lady came from next door, and they threw her in the pool just because they were making too much noise.
Really?
Yeah, and nobody helped defend her or nothing. They just let it happen, and then laugh and record it.
And that's what they're going through right now. These teen takeovers is happening right now.
Yeah.
This is stupid, and this is going to affect the kids that have their mind straight. Like, they want to make a curfew now for 10 o'clock for these kids just because of the stupid ones. And so now you got the good ones that are doing what they're supposed to do. That's another issue, the teen takeover that's happening right now. Like, they're really worried about that situation. But you can always tell when a young man has been raised well. When you come out of a store and he's walking in, he holds the door for you. I have walked out the door, and one is he's walking out and I'm trying to walk in, and he let the door just shut. Those boys have not been raised well. Yeah, I'm worried about this teen takeover this summer.
Yeah, there's been a lot of them. Like even this morning when I was scrolling on Instagram, the Detroit news page, I saw that they were talking about making the curfew 8 o'clock. It was either 8 or 9, because I know right now it's supposed to be 11.
I think 10 o'clock for 17-year-olds or something like that. And then underneath, like now it would be like 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said it could be later, but if you're not with a parent, it's going to be like 8 or 9. But that, I think that was specifically for around the time of 4th of July, you know, when the fireworks are downtown.
That's another thing I'm saying. Don't hang around don't follow these kids that are just doing stuff, you know. You be the leader, like, man, this ain't right, you know.
Yeah, I noticed that, like, with my friend group. I know y'all may not feel like it, but I feel like within the friend group, I'm more of the, I'm not gonna say the group leader, but I feel like I'm more of the brains, I guess, because I feel like the people I hang around, I feel like most of them, I don't mean to diss them, but I feel like most of them are like, most of them, they're females, but there are also males within the group. But a lot of the males, I feel like, coming from someone who grew up in a household with a heavy manly father figure, I feel like a lot of the males within the group lack that. So I feel like, although they are males, I feel like they often have a lot more feminism to them, and I feel like they lack that ability to be able to, you know, control things and be like, I don't think we should do this. I don't feel like it's gonna end up being safe because of this, that, and that. They just, whatever the girls do, they just go. But you know, girls are girls. They can, just because a girl, not saying that the environment is safer for girls, but I feel like, you know, girls, they're girls, so they can get away with a lot more things. Boom, boom, boom. If they go to a party, you know, they should be cool unless there's a shooting. But you know, with boys, a lot of times, a lot of stuff can just happen just because of another boy's ego. They might get mad at you because you're getting too much attention from the girls, or you're talking to this girl, boom, 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 and a lot more can go down just like that. So I feel like that's important for a man to be able to distinguish those type of situations.
I'm glad you're telling me these things.
Yeah, because you be saying, I be understanding you a granddad when y'all be like going outside too much, but I honestly do. I pick and choose where and when I do go outside based on.
These kids are a lot different. Yeah. You can be with a group of boys and you have one that mouths so much, and he can get something started, and you're at the wrong place or with the wrong person at the wrong place, and the innocent get hurt.
Yeah, I have a friend like that. I'm not gonna say his name because she don't know what I'm talking about. She might know what I'm talking about now. But I have a friend like that. He is what's the word? Can't think of the word, but I guess his emotions, like he can go from 0 to 100 real quick. And a lot of times I be having to like get on him real quick before it gets too bad. Be like, just calm down, bro. Like it's not that deep. Like you don't have to go there. But that concludes our mini interview. We went heavily over time. But
yeah, I don't know if she's gonna watch this whole
I mean,
thing.
it said 10 minutes minimum. I don't know.
Oh my God.
It said minimum.
Minimum, okay.
Yeah, so I hope I didn't mess up. But
and I hope I was okay. I'm not good at answering questions.
You did better than I thought you would do.
Yeah.
I know you're just like me.
I have never been,
Yeah. But how do you feel about the interview? Do you feel like, did you enjoy sharing your experiences?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because me and you had a one-on-one, and I kind of seen where you were at too. So.
Yeah, I feel like I learned a lot more about you.
Yeah.
I feel like I didn't,
and you knew some stuff from me. Yeah. How things were back then.
Yeah, I didn't know that you went through a lot of things that you just told
there's
me.
a lot more. It's just that you have to keep it a certain amount of time. I will talk some more at camp this year.
Yeah, I feel like we should do that.
Yeah.
We're gonna do that. We're gonna have a little get together and sit around.
Or you know, Granddaddy be done talk the whole day
for 2 hours.
Because he's lived through
everything.
Everything. All right. He probably would have took you way over.
He probably took me.
You'd be like, okay, Granddaddy, nail it down to this right here. Next question. Yeah.
But all right.